Prepare to be absolutely stunned. A Chinese rocket blasted into the cosmos, embarking on a jaw-dropping mission to uncover secrets buried deep within the moon's mysterious surface. What it revealed has left scientists across the globe reeling in disbelief, rewriting everything we thought we knew about our closest celestial neighbor. This isn't just another space mission, it's a mind-blowing breakthrough that could change the course of human history forever. Buckle up, because the discoveries from this lunar expedition are nothing short of earth-shattering, and the implications will leave you speechless. On a crisp December day in 2020, a colossal spacecraft roared to life from a launch site in Hainan province, piercing the sky with a fiery trail. This wasn't just any rocket. It was the vessel carrying the hopes of a nation, tasked with a mission so ambitious it hadn't been attempted in over 4 decades. Weighing nearly 8 tons, this technological marvel was built to do the impossible: land on the moon, drill into its ancient crust, collect priceless samples, and return them safely to Earth. The world watched in awe as the spacecraft hurtled through the void. Its destination, a shadowy, uncharted region on the moon's far side, known as Oceanus Procellarum. This wasn't just a landing, it was a historic leap into the unknown, a moment that would redefine lunar exploration. After a heart-pounding 23-day journey, the lander detached from its orbiter and descended toward the lunar surface. Its target, a vast, eerie plain, near the moon's equator, untouched by any previous mission. This wasn't the familiar near side we see from Earth, but the enigmatic far side, shrouded in mystery and rarely explored. The lander touched down with pinpoint precision near a towering 5,250-foot volcanic formation, a rugged monument to the moon's violent past. The world erupted in applause as the news broke. This was no ordinary feat. The last time lunar samples were brought back to Earth was in 1976, and now, after decades of silence, humanity was once again reaching into the moon's depths. The mission had already made history, but the real shock was yet to come. In just 14 Earth days, the lander's robotic arms sprang into action, drilling deeper into the lunar soil than any mission in recent memory. This wasn't a simple scoop of surface dust. This was a daring plunge into layers untouched for billions of years. The equipment sliced through the moon's crust, unearthing rocks and crystals that had lain dormant since the dawn of the solar system. The samples were carefully sealed, loaded into an ascent module, and launched back into lunar orbit, where they rendezvoused with the waiting orbiter. The world held its breath as the precious cargo began its journey home, finally landing in the snowy plains of Mongolia on December 17th, 2020. The capsule's safe return was a triumph, a testament to human ingenuity, but what lay inside would send shockwaves through the scientific community. As researchers cracked open the sealed containers, they were met with a treasure trove unlike anything seen before. These weren't just rocks. They were ancient relics, believed to be 1 billion years older than the samples collected during the Apollo missions. The material came from deep within the moon's crust, offering a glimpse into a time when our celestial neighbor was still cooling from its fiery birth. Scientists had long believed the moon was a dry, barren wasteland, its surface scorched by the sun's relentless heat. But what they found in these samples turned that theory upside down, revealing a discovery so astonishing it could reshape our future in space. Prepare to have your mind blown. Hidden within the lunar soil were tiny glass beads, each no larger than a grain of sand, formed by cataclysmic meteorite impacts billions of years ago. These beads weren't just geological curiosities, they were holding a secret that defied everything we thought we knew. Inside each one, locked in a crystalline embrace, were traces of water. Yes, water. On the moon. For decades, experts had dismissed the idea of lunar water, believing it could only exist as ice in the shadowy craters of the moon's poles. But these beads, scattered across the entire lunar surface, told a different story. Each bead contained a minuscule amount of water, about 2,000 parts per million, but their sheer numbers were staggering. Researchers estimated that a single metric ton of lunar soil could yield up to 2,000 liters of water when heated. That's enough to sustain life, grow crops, or even produce rocket fuel on the moon itself. The discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Water, once thought to be a rare commodity on the moon, was now potentially accessible everywhere, not just at the poles, but in the sunlit plains and rugged highlands. This wasn't just a scientific curiosity, it was a game-changer for lunar exploration. Imagine astronauts landing anywhere on the moon, scooping up soil and extracting water to drink, farm, or power their missions. The implications were staggering. Lunar bases could become a reality, not just in the freezing polar craters, but in the warm, accessible equatorial regions. The moon, long seen as a desolate rock, was suddenly a treasure trove of resources, a stepping stone to the stars. But the surprises didn't stop there. As scientists pored over the samples, they uncovered something even more jaw-dropping. A brand new mineral, never before seen by human eyes. This crystal, dubbed a lunar gem in honor of the mission's mythical inspiration, contained elements that could hold the key to one of humanity's greatest dreams: clean, limitless energy. Deep within its structure were traces of helium-3, a rare isotope that many believe could fuel the nuclear fusion reactors of the future. Unlike the fission reactors we use today, which split atoms and produce radioactive waste, fusion combines atoms to release vast amounts of energy with minimal byproducts. The problem? Helium-3 is incredibly scarce on Earth, but the moon's surface, bombarded by solar winds for billions of years, is thought to be rich with it. The discovery of this mineral sparked a frenzy of excitement. Could the moon hold the answer to Earth's energy crisis? Experts estimate that just 27.6 short tons of helium-3 could power the entire United States for a year. That's a staggering figure, especially when you consider the global race to move beyond fossil fuels. The moon, once a symbol of unreachable dreams, was now being eyed as a cosmic goldmine, a resource-rich frontier that could transform our planet's future. Nations and corporations alike began to take notice, their sights set on the lunar surface. If this mineral could simplify the path to fusion energy, it could trigger a new space race, one not for prestige, but for the very survival of our planet. The emotional weight of these discoveries was impossible to ignore. For generations, humanity has gazed at the moon, weaving stories of gods and goddesses, dreaming of the day we might walk its surface. Now that dream was becoming a reality, but not in the way anyone expected. The moon wasn't just a destination, it was a lifeline, a source of water, energy and hope for a world grappling with dwindling resources and a warming climate. The samples brought back by this mission were more than rocks. They were a message from the cosmos, a reminder that the universe still holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. Let's dive deeper into the water discovery because it's nothing short of miraculous. The glass beads that held this precious resource were formed in a cosmic crucible, born from the violent collisions of meteorites and asteroids that pummeled the moon's surface billions of years ago. These impacts melted the lunar rock, creating tiny teardrop-shaped particles that cooled and hardened, trapping water molecules within their glassy shells. Scientists suspect that the water itself came from the solar wind, streams of charged hydrogen atoms blasted from the sun, which bonded with oxygen in the lunar soil over eons. The result? A hidden reservoir of water scattered across the moon like cosmic dewdrops, waiting to be harvested. The numbers are staggering. Researchers estimate that the total amount of water locked in these beads could be equivalent to 298.7 billion short tons. That's not a typo. Billion. To put that in perspective, it's enough water to fill countless Olympic-sized swimming pools, a resource so vast it could support lunar colonies for generations. This wasn't just a scientific breakthrough, it was a paradigm shift. Suddenly, the moon wasn't a barren wasteland. It was a potential oasis, a place where humanity could take root and thrive. The idea of lunar settlements, once the stuff of science fiction, was now tantalizingly within reach. But the water discovery wasn't just about quantity, it was about accessibility. Unlike the ice deposits at the moon's poles, which are confined to dark, freezing craters, these glass beads are everywhere. From the sun-scorched equator to the rugged mid-latitudes, the lunar soil is teeming with them. Future missions could land almost anywhere, dig up a few tons of soil, and heat it to release water vapor. That vapor could be condensed into liquid, providing a steady supply for drinking, agriculture, or even splitting into hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel. The possibilities were endless, and the scientific community was buzzing with excitement. This was the kind of discovery that didn't just answer questions, it raised new ones, each more thrilling than the last. Now let's talk about the energy breakthrough, because it's the kind of thing that could change the world. The new mineral found in the lunar samples wasn't just a curiosity. It was a potential key to unlocking nuclear fusion, the holy grail of clean energy. Fusion has been a dream for decades, promising to deliver vast amounts of power with minimal environmental impact. Unlike fission, which splits heavy atoms like uranium, fusion combines light atoms like hydrogen to form helium, releasing energy in the process. The catch? It requires immense temperatures and pressures and a fuel source that's both efficient and abundant. Enter helium-3, an isotope that's rare on Earth but plentiful on the Moon. The lunar surface, exposed to the solar wind for billions of years, has been steadily collecting helium-3, embedding it in the soil and rocks. The new mineral, discovered in the samples, appears to act as a natural container for this isotope, preserving it in a form that could be extracted and used. Scientists were floored by the implications. If helium-3 could be mined from the moon, it could fuel fusion reactors capable of powering entire cities, or even countries, with virtually no radioactive waste. The energy yield would be staggering, far surpassing anything we can achieve with fossil fuels or even traditional nuclear power. The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. Here on Earth, we're grappling with a climate crisis that threatens our very existence. Rising temperatures, melting ice caps, and extreme weather are pushing humanity to find sustainable solutions. The idea that the moon our silent companion in the night sky, could hold the key to clean energy is nothing short of poetic. It's a reminder that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities we've only begun to explore. The discovery of this mineral wasn't just a scientific milestone, it was a beacon of hope, a chance to build a future where energy is abundant, clean, and accessible to all. But the implications go beyond science. They're economic, political, and even philosophical. The moon is no longer just a destination for explorers. It's a resource-rich frontier, a cosmic vault filled with water, helium-3, and rare minerals. The discovery of these treasures has sparked a global conversation about the future of space exploration. Nations are already planning their next moves, with ambitious missions to return to the moon and stake their claim. China, emboldened by the success of this mission, is preparing to launch even more advanced spacecraft, aiming to collect additional samples from the lunar far side. Meanwhile, other spacefaring nations and private companies are racing to catch up, their eyes fixed on the prize. The idea of a lunar economy is no longer a pipe dream. It's a tangible possibility. Imagine mining operations on the moon, extracting helium-3 and water to fuel a new era of space exploration and Earth-based energy production. Picture lunar bases powered by fusion reactors, supporting scientists, engineers, and even tourists. The moon could become a hub of innovation, a place where humanity takes its next great leap. But with great opportunity comes great responsibility. The prospect of lunar mining raises questions about sustainability, ethics, and international cooperation. Who owns the moon's resources? How do we ensure they're used for the benefit of all humanity, not just a select few? These questions are as thrilling as they are daunting. The discoveries from this mission have opened a Pandora's box of possibilities, forcing us to confront our place in the cosmos. The moon, once a distant dream, is now within our grasp, its secrets laid bare by a single daring mission. The water in those glass beads, the helium-3 in that newfound mineral, they're not just scientific curiosities. They're the building blocks of a future we can scarcely imagine. A future where humanity lives among the stars, powered by the resources of our celestial neighbor. As the world processes these astonishing findings, one thing is clear. The moon is no longer just a symbol of wonder. It's a catalyst for change. The mission that brought back these samples has done more than advance science. It's ignited a spark in the hearts of dreamers everywhere. It's a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, waiting for us to uncover them. The lunar surface, scarred by billions of years of impacts, holds the keys to our past and our future. It's a story written in glass beads and ancient crystals. A story that's only just beginning. The emotional resonance of this moment is impossible to overstate. For centuries, poets and philosophers have looked to the moon for inspiration, seeing in its glow a reflection of our hopes and fears. Now that same moon is offering us something tangible, a chance to solve some of our greatest challenges, from resource scarcity to climate change. The samples brought back by this mission are more than scientific specimens. They're a bridge between our world and the cosmos, a testament to what we can achieve when we dare to reach beyond our grasp. As we stand on the cusp of this new era, the possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. The water in those lunar beads could sustain colonies, turning the moon into a second home for humanity. The helium-3 in that mysterious mineral could power our cities, freeing us from the shackles of fossil fuels. The mission that uncovered these treasures has shown us that the moon is not just a destination. It's a partner in our journey, a silent ally in our quest for a better future. The discoveries made in that distant lunar plane have brought us closer to the stars and closer to ourselves. So what comes next? The global scientific community is already mobilizing, analyzing the samples and planning new missions to build on these findings. The lunar far side, once a place of mystery, is now a beacon of opportunity, calling us to explore its depths. The technologies developed for this mission, advanced drilling, sample return, and precision landing, are paving the way for even bolder expeditions. The moon, with its hidden water and energy-rich minerals, is no longer a distant dream. It's a destination we can reach, a resource we can harness, a future we can build. The world is watching, hearts pounding with anticipation. This mission has shown us that the impossible is within our grasp, that the moon holds secrets that can transform our world. It's a call to action, a challenge, to dream bigger, to push harder, to reach farther. The lunar samples, sealed in their capsules, are more than rocks. They're a promise, a glimpse of a future where humanity thrives among the stars. The discoveries made on that distant lunar plane have changed everything, and the journey is only just beginning. Prepare to be amazed, because the moon has spoken, and its message is one of hope, possibility, and a future brighter than we ever dared to dream. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wonders of space.